3T stands for True Transmission Technology. It means that the result of the signal transfer is so honest that you will hardly or not lose any information anymore. This is specifically audible in the upper mid-range, in very clean sound, in female voices and in violence. Mostly those signals are very much distorted by whatever the process will be. The result of a long research was the 3T, because I was not happy with any existing technology so far.
Yes.
Mainly this is caused by disinterruptions in the conductors itself. The signals are so strong that they can pass those interruptions, but it changes the signal shape and content. Especially on higher frequencies, the harmonic structure. Everyone recognizes the violin, everyone recognizes a female voice, or everyone recognizes acoustics, but compared to live sound, it's very different. I've been many times to Vienna, to the Musikverein and auditioned the real live performances, and every time when I came home, I had the feeling that my sound was not the correct one.
Yes.
So I said, before I stop my business, I will do something what is very special. It took me 2 years to find out. It was a computerized theoretical model I made, and after giving the formula of manufacturing to my main manufacturer, he just made the composition, because it's a composition of several metals and technology. It's not just the metals, but it's also the technology. And the first result that came out was fabulous. So I said, we will not make any further experiments, that's it. And the dealer we went last night was the first shop worldwide where I made a demonstration with the prototypes of the 3T. I was very surprised not to see 3T in his shop now, but that was how it happened. I have put some points on paper saying there should be no chemical aging, there should not be any mechanical aging, there should not be any plating, so not silver or whatever.
Okay.
It should not be a composition of silver or gold or platinum or tin or lead or zinc or whatever soft metals there are. Because soft metals have the ability to have a better conductivity. They are soft because the linking of electrons is less, they're weak. You should have a composition with a very strong link between atom and the next atom and the next atom.
Yes.
That means that the impedance will go up a bit because you need electrons for conductivity, but you need electrons for binding together. And the more you bind together, the stronger the material, like diamond, but there's no conductivity left.
Sure.
So there's a kind of balance where you can stop and say, this is the conductivity I require, and that's automatically the strength of the whole composition. It's a composition of several metals and one non-metal. The good thing is too that I have been chased by Chinese where they copied my product. So I said I must make a technology that cannot easily be copied, because if you find out the composition, it doesn't automatically mean you know how to produce it. It's the same as when you put all the ingredients of a pizza in the kitchen, but the real pizza baker can make the right one, and everyone else makes a look alike, a taste alike, but not the top one. So that's what I've done with this technology, to save my company for copying, to make a better product. And we give on the conductors 25 years of warranty. No cable manufacturer ever wants to give 25 years of warranty, because as soon as the cable is out of the shop, he says, that's my profit.
Yes, sure.
Bye-bye. That's a little bit about the 3T. The first recording we made with 3T was a harp-playing lady in our country. And I didn't know what to expect. Only thing that I knew, it was sounding marvelous in my listening room. But the recording engineer was also most happy with the result. What happens? This CD becomes the CD of the year in our country, and the classical CD. The report of the jury was that the acoustics were excellent, much better than normal. And that's typically 3T, because if a cable is aging and sound starts here, it decays, and after a certain moment it falls down. It is rather tiring listening, because if you sit in a church or a cathedral and there's a hand clap, it takes a long time before it dies out.
Sure.
And that's regular dying out. But in most technology, medium quality analog, practical or digital sound, is finished. With 3T, we have and it's continuation of sound. The level is reduced because of absorption in the acoustics, but the sound continues, and there's not a stop. Stop is very tiring, because people lose the feeling, where am I and where do I sit? What is my environment? And with the 3T in between, you hear just a very smooth decay, but never a certain stop at minus 50, minus 60 dB. This is a little bit about 3T.
Just another question. Some audiophiles say that cables are all the same, they sound all the same, because you cannot measure differences between them. Did you find any kind of measure for your cables?
Yes, very precise measurements for our cable. This was the result of a research project done at the Free University in Amsterdam, where by happy coincidence my cousin works, and he makes brain research. At the brain research, one of the purposes was to measure signals on extremely low level in brains of rats. And because he found information or response on information he could not explain, because there was no electrical signal, he asked me, can you supply me with a better probe? So I said, you have to use our carbon, because the carbon is completely linked together, close to 3T. So I made him a probe of carbon, and he could measure up to minus 180 dB. Hardly any audiophile cable or no audiophile cable can ever measure at minus 180 dB because of the damaged structure. If this is a crystal and this is a crystal, they are linked together by van der Waals forces, but there's always a bridge in between. And when the sine wave passes, the middle part of the sine wave cannot pass the bridge anymore. And when there are many bridges, it's every time a little bit taken out. So that's the reason why sound flips down. If you make a stronger connection, that means higher impedance, more linking electrons, automatically the sound can continue till a certain moment. The bridges are too wide for the very small movement of electrons, and it collapses. With that equipment used at the Free University to measure at minus 180 dB, the 3T was also measured, and we are very close to minus 180. Not perfect, but very close. Carbon is a step better. Minus step better. So that's was the proof. But the final proof was the recording, and in the meantime recordings we made, where everyone says, oh, what wonderful, we feel at home. It's the same sound as in the MPI room, the first room, where we listened to the Macintosh equipment. That set is completely wired with 3T. And if you sit there, you have the feeling, yes, I listen to something serious, something real, not just reproduction. Many rooms without 3T create automatically, because of these bridges, very harsh sound. The lower the quality, not of the cable only, but also of the copper plates in the printed circuits, that's as important, the lower the quality of the reproduction. And you may charge a lot of money, but it doesn't mean you listen to hi-fi. So a very essential step is to have the metal technology under control, because it's all metal so far, to have the metal technology under control, to come closer to the reality. You'll never be at the reality in reproduction, but you come closer. So that's the explanation of this part of your question.